We are currently down in Yuma, Arizona, and we are doing some work in what we call our winter nursery. This is a counter-seasonal breeding nursery that we use to get an extra growing season in a year. So instead of just one growing season up in Montana, we can actually get two growing seasons by using this nursery in Arizona. And so what we're doing is we have a bunch of populations planted out in this field, and we're going through these populations, selecting plants. That was a bird cannon to scare the birds off. But anyway, so we're going through and making selections in these populations that will then be harvested in probably a couple weeks. And then that seed will be sent back up to Bozeman, Montana, and we'll plant it in the field sometime in May. And so what this allows us to do is get an additional generation in our breeding program to help purify the lines, genetically speaking, get them more pure, genetically pure, and then what we'll do is make selections of basically new experimental lines from the material that's grown in Bozeman over this upcoming summer, which then will go into our yield trial testing program. So this winter nursery, it gives us an extra generation to purify our breeding material and do some additional selections, based on plant architecture, standability, and plant height, and things like that, to help improve the experimental lines that we'll be testing in the yield trials over the next few years. So, and then we're also using this location to do breeder seed increases. So any varieties that we release, we're sending them down here to get in some extra seed that then will be used to plant in our foundation seed fields this upcoming year to increase the amount of seed that will be available to farmers to plant out in the seed production, and get those varieties out to the farmers as soon as possible. So that's what we're doing down in Arizona, and yeah, we hope to find some new varieties that out of all this material that will benefit the Montana producers.